sitting on our panel today are myself, George Azunian, Lance Morris, and William McKinley. And Matt Graham is our alternate for the day. The first three will be hearing the case, and if we have an issue, the alternate will take that person's place. Is there any comments from board members? Staff?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I would like, first of all, I'm Barb Grunwald, and I will be sitting with the board for October and November. Marit is out on a medical leave right now. She's fine and is recovering nicely from her surgery, but she was out for this week and next week. And then she will also be at a conference in November, so you get me back for 2 months.
Good.
And then I would also like to introduce to you two new deputy county councils in our office. Matt Wang on the right out there is a new attorney on the board advisor team that sits with the Assessment Appeals Board. And then Chris Sorich, sorry, I just went blank, is on the litigation team, and so if at some point he may be one of the hearing advocates in front of your board.
Welcome. Mr. Assessor, any comments?
No, sir.
Okay. Second item on the agenda is the reorganization of the board. This is where we select a chairman, vice chairman for the upcoming fiscal year. Is there any comments or motions by the board? What would you like to do?
Well, I would like to have you as chairman.
Okay.
And I think that maybe we ought to rotate the vice chairmanship and give it to Matthew over here.
Second that.
You have a motion and a second. Matt, do you have any comment?
I mean, I was going to recommend Lance, but no, I'll be happy to, happy to step in.
Okay, we have a motion to nominate Ozunian chairman and Graham vice chairman. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Assessment Appeals meeting calendar. We've been handed out a calendar and broke it down into who is going to be on chairman, vice chairman, or the members for each of the upcoming year meetings. We just want to note that it's been submitted. If we have any issue, we'd bring it up now. Hearing none?
Just a question. At some point, the one meeting, it would take an act by the supervisors to move that from the Monday to a Thursday, correct? Because we still have the one meeting on the Monday morning, so that would just have to stay unless the supervisors decided to make that change.
That has to stay. That one Monday meeting has to stay because it's the Board of Equalization.
Oh, it's.
But we've already done that, I think. But in effect, if we're adopting this calendar, then maybe we need to do it again. So in other words, is the next meeting going to be on a Monday or a Thursday?
No, it's
It'll
just
be
that one meeting in July. That's
Oh,
a Monday.
upcoming year,
Yeah.
July.
There's one meeting in the whole
Yes.
year that has to be in July because that's what's in the.
That's the Board of Equalization. That's an
Right.
annual meeting that we have
That's
to
a
have
state
on.
requirement, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yep. No problem.
So any issue regarding that?
No, I just
Okay.
missed the last one because it wasn't on a Thursday, so
No problem.
It shouldn't be a problem next to.
Any other comments? Then we'll go ahead and adopt this calendar as presented. Next item on our agenda.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, we need a formal vote on
You need a full motion. Okay. Do we have a motion to accept the calendar as presented?
So moved.
I move we adopt the calendar as presented.
You have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. That's done. Now we can move to agenda item number 4, Sons of Italy in America. Is there anyone here representing them? Would you like to step forward? Because you're the first petition we're hearing of the day, do we need to swear them in for this motion? Okay. The clerk will swear you and the assessor in, and then we'll go ahead and hear this.
Actually, at this point, the assessor is not involved. We have not forwarded the application to
So in
them.
effect, I was thinking
sort
that
of
we'll have to
between-
swear him in on the next case.
If
the
we
assessor.
have one, yeah.
Yes, okay. So if you wouldn't mind, the clerk will now swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in the matter now pending before the Assessment Appeals Board is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your name.
Nick Notarnicola.
Okay? Nick,
I'm gonna-
thank you for coming. What
Chairman.
is this
Chairman.
issue all about?
Chairman, I have to read it in the
I'm
APN.
sorry, go ahead.
APN number 085-630-003-000 for 2015. APN number 085-630-003-000, 2014. APN number 085-630-003-000 for the year 2013. APN number 085-630-003-000 for the year 2012.
Now, if you could give us an idea of what this
Could I
issue is
present
about.
you with these documents?
What's that?
I got something written up.
We have to decide whether it's timely. They can't consider anything
Yeah, we
on the
can't consider
merits.
the issue. What we're talking about is the timely, your application being timely. We're going to hear that first. And if the board decides to accept your untimely application, then we'll schedule it for another meeting.
Okay, I thought once I got the deal back saying it was accepted, I thought it was already accepted. I didn't know you had a hearing just on the acceptance of the,
Right. In effect, they're basically telling you that you're on the calendar for today.
oh, I see. Okay, I filed about 2 weeks late, and the reason for that is we got the assessment, and I've been president for the last 4 years. They told me that park was about 4 acres, so the assessment was around 200,000, 227, so it was about 50,000 an acre. Then the other day I was looking at the plot plan and found out it's not even 2 acres. So the assessment came at 120,000 an acre. And that's pretty excessive for a quasi-public facility. And that's why I went ahead, talked to the county assessor, and they said to file the appeal. And that's why I filed the appeal, and then they told me it was late. Then I filed for the late appeal.
So in other words, the reason you were late is because you misunderstood the parameters of the assessor's reassessment.
Right. This is the first time I've been involved in this. I'm a farmer, I'm a retired worker, but this is out of my realm. And when I brought it up at the meeting, nobody came forward and said, this is the procedures we need to follow.
Sure. I'll open it up to the board. Any questions from any of the other board members?
I want to understand something. It seems to me that this is an issue where the assessment went up by 9 times. In other words, the property was assessed at $20,000, and then all of a sudden it's assessed at $200,000. Is that correct?
Right,
Yes.
if you look at the letter that went out with the notice of escape, it's, they missed the property transfer in 1987.
And
Looks
that's
like
what caused the
a
big
zero
difference.
was left off is basically what happened originally. I don't know. That's kind of what
Oh, I
it
don't
looked
know.
like to me.
It could have been a typo, but the way it worked out in the assessor's office, the way they explained it to the taxpayer was that we missed the change of ownership, and so they didn't enroll it at the purchase price in 1987. Now that they found the error, it bumps up to the correct value, but they can only go back 4 years to collect the actual taxes.
So doesn't it become more of an issue of whether we can even, based on state law, allow
Right.
us to approve it or
Right,
not?
right.
Sometimes our hands are tied where there's nothing we can do, unfortunately, for the taxpayer.
On the-
that even though they,
On the assessed valuation, I mean,
Okay.
on the escape assessment.
and that's what we have here is an escape
This is
assessment.
only the escape. We are still in the application period for the regular assessment for 2016. So you can always file, well, not always, but through November 30th, an application to challenge the current assessment on the roll. You're just stuck going back these 4 years because it wasn't filed in a timely manner.
Well, the one thing I want to point out to is when the property was sold in 1986, or we bought it, I should say. It was an R16 zoning, and it got changed to quasi-public in 19.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry, but that goes to the value, and we can't talk about that today. All
In
we're
other words, the
talking about
value is
today
something that's different than why the application was denied because it wasn't timely.
Yeah.
So you're saying
Unfortunately-
I've been denied?
Well, wait a second.
Unfortunately, it says, right on the form that you have to file within 60 days of this notice.
Right.
And you
So
didn't.
the question I have is, going back to what Mr. Morris brought up, is there specific guidelines from the State Board of Equalization denying us to hear the case?
Yes.
Or is it
yes.
as our discretion?
Yeah, the statute says you don't have discretion
Good enough.
to do that. You're
Do you
gonna-
understand that what I'm trying to get at is that the State Board of Equalization has rules which we have to abide by, and the assessor. In addition to that, we have other rules we adopt. In this particular case, we don't have the latitude to say, well, we understand the circumstances and we're going to hear the case. Now, what our legal counsel brought up is that you have every right to petition the value on this upcoming year, but you can't go back on to the 4 years that is this technically an escape?
This was an
assessment?
escape assessment. That's
So
why
that's what's-
that's why
that's
it needed
what's
to be
causing
filed within
the
60
issue.
days. Yes.
In other words, if, let's say, for instance, we've had issues where somebody said, in good conscience, we didn't get noticed. That's something that we can do something about. In this particular case, we can't.
No, I can't claim that, no.
Okay? So we would suggest, if you want to file a appeal regarding the coming year, that you do that timely. And we'd be more than happy to hear it.
That means it costs us $8,000.
What's that?
That means it'll cost us $8,000.
Yes. Unfortunately, in other words, we have an obligation, our position, to reach as far as we can to help the taxpayer. And we've done that over and over and over again. In this particular case, we just don't have the latitude.
Seems like an error done by the county, then we wind up getting penalized.
I understand. Wish you the best. Thank you for coming. Now we're going
So then
to
we
agenda.
we should have a formal motion to deny.
Oh, to deny it, I'm sorry. Do I hear a motion to deny the Sons of Italy of America hearing their application? Accept it as or deny it for untimely filing.
Application for the Sons of Italy, applications to be deemed timely filed be denied.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Okay, now we can move to agenda item number 5. Is Mr. Shaka in the room?
Did you get the new one that shows them
We all have
withdrawn?
withdrawals. All the rest are withdrawals.
All the rest of them are withdrawals. I didn't see, okay, I see it now.
The one that we just got today.
I just had the wrong one in front of me.
The only one that's possible is Tucker. And they did confirm attendance.
So, agenda item number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 have been withdrawn. And agenda item number 10, is there anybody here with Mr. Tuckett?
I spoke with them. They were supposed to submit they were supposed to come in to explain why they didn't confirm, and because I believe this is their second, they've already postponed, and they didn't show.
And does the assessor have any information regarding this?
Sure.
Okay. Then I would suggest we deny this for non-appearance.
Make a motion that we deny agenda item number 10 for non-appearance.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Then, the last item of business is to accept the withdrawals for agenda item number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, plus the withdrawal calendar for October. Do I have a motion to accept those applications for as withdrawals?
I'll make a motion that we accept items number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 as withdrawn, as well as the withdrawal calendar.
You have a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. So, that was the last item of business. Is there anything else that we need to hear from our staff, the clerk, or the assessor? Very good. Then the Assessment Appeals Board for October 20th, 2016 is now adjourned.
I'm getting tired of these long-winded meetings.